Set is expected to be $5.99. At the same time, we will offer the Fighters Pass. That's 5 fighters, 5...
Now that's comedy!
So, as most of you know, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has quickly become one of the best-selling games on the Switch. Everyone's hungry for all things Smash Bros., and luckily, Sakurai was prepared for this. That slime ball's always one step ahead of us. I'm tired of his tricks. I just want to play his game! The Fighters Pass was announced before the game even launched, and includes 5 DLC fighters that are set to release sometime between now and February of 2020. We even got our first character reveal the night the game came out. Joker from Persona 5 would be joining the roster of Smash Ultimate.
I mean, it's a little bit weird that we get Robin and Joker before we get Batman, but I guess I'll have to take it.
Since then, the community has been a little uneasy at best. Joker was revealed in December, but we found out recently that he's not going to be released until April. A lot of people expected Joker to come out very shortly after Piranha Plant, myself included. Having been revealed a full month before Joker was, and having a gameplay trailer to boot, it seemed development on Piranha Plant was very far along. With Piranha Plant so close to being complete, it would make sense that the development team would focus their efforts on Joker for the coming months and get him out relatively soon. This, however, was not the case. Or at the very least, not what I think happened. In this video, I'll be predicting when the 4 DLC characters will be released after Joker. In the end, there's no way to know any of these things for sure, and I mostly just want to get a discussion going around this topic. So if you like this video, remember to share it with your fellow Smash players, and leave a comment about what you think the current state of the Fighters Pass is. So without any further delays, let's do it. In order for this all to make sense, we have to go back to October of 2014. Smash for 3DS had just launched, and the hype for the Wii U version was higher than ever. Nintendo was very aware of this, and decided to do a 50-fact extravaganza blowout. Just to make sure everyone's dropping that cash on day one, if you know what I'm saying. This presentation was chock full of information on the new game, but what we saw at the very end would change Smash Bros. Forever.
Time for a special announcement!
Oh my god! That's right, for the first time ever, a downloadable character was being added to Smash. I don't think anyone saw this coming, especially not before the game was even out on Wii U. Oh, I could just kiss you on your weird mouth, you gross alien thing. And to make it even better, if you had both versions, you got them for free. What's not to love? They didn't give us much, but they did tell us that he's coming out on both versions of the game in the spring. This was the beginning of something completely new for Smash Bros. Suddenly, speculation wasn't only limited to the months leading up to a brand new game. For the entire lifespan of Smash 4, fans could speculate about which characters could be added as downloadable fighters. I guess that was for better or for worse. Hope can be a dangerous thing. But nonetheless, this was excellent news for Smash, and no one could wait to get their hands on Mewtwo.
But what they didn't know at the time was that they would have to wait. And wait. And wait!
Finally, after 6 long months, on April 1st, 2015, we got a Nintendo Direct that began with a gameplay trailer of Mewtwo. This trailer showed us our first brand new character in Smash Bros., with a few Melee nostalgia sprinkles on top. We then found out Mewtwo would be released on the 28th of that month, or about 2 weeks earlier for people who own both versions of the game.
Thank you, Sakurai.
So with Mewtwo's release, we're finally in the swing of getting DLC in our Smash games. Now, hold on a minute, I can already hear what you're about to say in the comments.
Excuse me. You told me this video was going to be about the Fighter's Pass, and all you've done is talk about Smash 4 DLC. I'm going to report this video for being lies.
Okay. I'm getting there. This video is supposed to be about the Fighter's Pass, but what happened with Mewtwo is almost exactly what is going on with Joker right now. Mewtwo was the first DLC of Smash 4. He was revealed in October and released in April. Joker, on the other hand, is the first DLC for Smash Ultimate. He was revealed in December, but is also releasing in April. These schedules are quite similar and brings to light why people shouldn't be upset that Joker is somehow late. If anything, he's early.
Oh, it's so clear you have no idea what you're talking about. How are we going to get 4 more characters between April and February if it took them 4 months just to make Joker? And they would have to release 1 character every 10 weeks in order for them to make their deadline. Trust me, I ran the numbers, so there's no way that they'd ever be able
If you'd let me finish! Thank you. Now where was I? Oh yeah. I will admit it does seem like an awfully long time to only be working on 1 DLC character. But here's a secret for you. That's because it is. If we continue to look at Smash Ultimate's Fighter's Pass in relation to Smash 4's DLC, we can use Joker as our Mewtwo to make some pretty wild predictions that may actually end up being true. There's a lot of information that people seem to have just sort of forgotten about, the most important of which came up in June of 2015. You see, in that same direct that gave us the information on Mewtwo's release date, it was also revealed that Lucas would be added to the game. He was given a release date of June, but no one seemed to mind too much. After all, waiting 2 months for Lucas was a lot better than the 6-month wait for Mewtwo, so we all just patiently waited for E3 to roll around. But what we got was more than just Lucas.
僕を忘れないでほしいな。ついに帰ってきたぞ。
Just when we thought we knew what to expect, Roy and Ryu dropped just like that. And these weren't just surprise reveals either, these were same-day download announcements. We went into this presentation expecting a date for Lucas, maybe 1 or 2 weeks away like Mewtwo was, but instead we got him the day of the presentation, as well as 2 characters we didn't even know about! You're something else, man. You're just something else, you know that? Now I know there was a leak before this presentation, so technically it wasn't a surprise to everyone. Hopefully Nintendo has learned since then and has found a way to prevent these leaks from happening. Because, as you may have guessed by now, I think a surprise DLC drop will happen again. Like I said earlier, it's been a long time developing Joker, and we still haven't even seen gameplay of him. There's no way they don't have more going on behind their doors. Remember that Sakurai confirmed on Twitter that the DLC was already chosen a month before the game launched. It clearly takes a lot of time and effort to work on these characters, so it's no wonder they decide on them so early. I doubt Ryu was ever in consideration for this role, but Lucas and Roy are both also veterans that could have been used as the first DLC slot. Maybe they were all being worked on and it was only decided later that Mewtwo would be the first to come. Using the same logic, we can assume that there could be up to 2 characters being worked on alongside Joker that we know nothing about. With this being the case, I would be very surprised if there is not a character announced and released at E3 2019. As for what it will be, I think a Microsoft character is extremely likely. With how buddy-buddy Microsoft and Nintendo have been lately, as well as all the rumors that Xbox Live and Game Pass are coming to the Switch, I would say there's definitely going to be a Microsoft character somewhere in the Fighter's Pass. And E3 seems like the perfect opportunity for 2 of the big 3 to partner up and make such a big announcement. Because of the nature of this prediction though, I do think it will only be 1 character as opposed to 2. In an announcement that means so much to gaming culture as a whole, I really don't see Nintendo letting themselves be overshadowed by the world's best super soldier. Or a bear and a bird. Now what a fight that would be. Anyway, bottom line is, I think a surprise announcement and release is coming this E3. I do not think a character will be announced when Joker is released. I think fans are gonna go crazy not having any information on any of the 4 fighters we're supposed to get by February. And then, finally, when June rolls around, Jaws will hit the floor. This was the main point of my video, as I haven't seen anyone else mention this yet, and I wanted to use Joker and Mewtwo as examples to show that hidden characters can be developed alongside ones that we know about. As for the rest of the DLC, it's a lot harder to predict in this way. Hopefully you can forgive me for having one real hard prediction and a couple soft ones in this video, but looking at Cloud, Corrin, and Bayonetta don't really help us all that much. Cloud was announced in November and then released in December when Corrin and Bayonetta were announced for February. Even though this release pattern would technically meet the February 2020 deadline, I don't think we're going to have to wait this long for our 3rd character. I think Nintendo will take a very seasonal approach with the 3 DLC that are left. The first will release in the fall in September, the second around Christmas in December, and the third will come in February, just for some extra tweak time. That's about all I have to say in this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like and share the video, and leave a comment about what your predictions are for the Fighters Pass. Consider subscribing, and I might make another video like this one, just for you. Oh, I could just kiss you on your weird mouth. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.